What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. uh, Today in this video we'll be applying the binomial theorem to expand the following expression that you see there below. uh, the question goes like, expand to the fourth term. Now before we start, guys, if it's your first time watching the videos here on this channel, just know that I made videos on trigonometry. You can go to the playlist. There are so many videos on trigonometry and also on limits, so you can go and watch those videos if there's anything that you need to know about those chapters, right? So also, before we start with this one, I have made a video which is gonna be part one of this playlist, where I explain the binomial theorem and also derive it, or at least try to remember how does the binomial theorem formula look like. All right, so I also explain where do we use it. So before you do this one, I hope you know how the binomial theorem formula look like and why do we use it. Now if you have watched the videos, that's nice. You can pause this and solve that expression there, where we have open bracket x plus 2 close bracket to the power of 5. So we need to expand that expression to the fourth term. Now let's start. So before you start this problem here, guys, I would say to you, you should at least write the standard formula. Remember the standard formula, so that you can know what is n, what is h, and what is x. So I would say write the standard formula here. By now you should be able to know it by heart, right? So this standard formula, and then derive this one from the video number one. So if you don't know where to find that video, there is an icon on top there. Go and watch that video, and then you're able to understand what I'm doing here, or you see where is this coming from. So the formula, if you still remember from the previous video, is going to be x to the power of n, and then that's the first term, and then plus, and then the second term is going to be n, and then it's going to be x minus 1, and then we have multiplied by h. So the third term is going to be n, then we know that it's going to be n minus 1 multiplied by n minus 1, and then this time we have x to the power of negative 2 multiplied by h to the power of 2 divided by factorial 2. Okay, because they said the fourth term, so meaning this is the last term that we should stop at. So if it's like this, it means we have to do n to the power of n multiplied by n minus 1, and then n minus multiplied by then we multiply this n minus what, minus 2, right? And then the factorial here is going to be 3, and our x is going to be x n minus 3, and then our h is going to be 3. Now if we count the terms, let me just use a different color. If you count the terms here, this one here is first term, that one there is the second term, this one here is the third term, and this one here is the fourth term. So meaning we have to stop here, guys, because of this question here says the fourth term. All right, so let's start. Now as you can see, 5 is n, in this case h is 2. So do not forget those ones, guys, because it's easy to make a mistake or mistakes there. So let's expand, guys. Let's expand and create more space for us, so that you can have something to work with, guys. Okay, we can have something to work with. There we go. This is our space. Okay, so if you continue, let me just start right here. If we continue like that, we know that x is x, but what is n? N is 5, so we are good. Plus, and then what is our n this time around is gonna be 5, and then we know that we have x, then n, which is 5 minus 1, and then multiply by our h. What is our h? It's 2. And then remember, these are not factorial, guys. This is just term number 2. And then let's go to term number 3. Term number 3, we have 5, and then we know that this is going to be 5 minus 1, right? And then we can say x to the power of 5, almost said n, to minus 2. And then we have remember, h is what? Our h is equaling to 2. Just let me just write it there. And then our n is 5, just in case you do forget. So it's going to be 2 to the power of 2. And then the factorial here is going to be 2 factorial. And then the last term, which is this one here, we have n, which is 5, right, multiplied by 5 minus 1, right? And then we say n, so it's going to be 5 minus 2, and the factorial is going to be 3 here, 3 factorial. And we have x to the power of 5 minus 3, and then we know that h is 2, so we can say 2 to the power of 3. So these are the terms. Now let's continue and solve this one. So this one here is gonna be x to the power of 5. We are good with this one, no problem at all. And then the second term, well, the second term also is not much of a problem. We'll be having 2 multiplied by 5, which is gonna give us 10, and then that will gonna be x to the power of 4. Now these ones here, they need you to use a calculator, so I'm gonna pause so that we can do this one. All right, we are back. So when I use the calculator and calculate this one, it's gonna be 40, and then our x here obviously is gonna be x to the power of 3. So I'm gonna pause again to calculate this one. All right, we are back. After using a calculator, this is what we get is 80, and then we know that this is going to be x to the power of 2. So as you can see, this is our final answer. Guys, it might look very difficult. Really, it's not that difficult. Remember, when you use your calculator, just put everything here, which is a number. Obviously, you cannot put your x to the power of 5 minus 2. You can't put this one, but you can insert this on your calculators, guys. If you're not so sure how to get factorial on your calculator, basically it's very simple, guys. All you have to do, you press alpha, then you press the button with x to the power of -1 on your calculator. So do not forget that one, guys. As you can see, this is the first term. Let me just write them underneath here. As you can see, this is the first term, second term, third term, and fourth term. So meaning we are actually managed to get our answer, because they say expand this expression to the fourth term. So that is your answer, guys. If you have any questions, or if you feel like this was very useful, please do not forget to leave a comment on the comment section. And if it so happen, guys, that you have a simpler way of solving this, you can also share this on the comment section. But if this really helped you, don't forget to like and also share this to your friends, and as well as subscribing to the channel, because I'm about to do lots and lot of videos based on this kind of maths and more. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Till next time, cheers.